day 21 of the potato challenge. So, oh my goodness, it's been a rough evening so far, and I've only been up for a little while. You know how when it seems like everything is conspiring against you? I've had one of those kind of days, or evenings at least. So I got up and everything was fine. I took a shower, and of course before I get in the shower I put my contacts in. I was in the shower and my eyes were really itchy, so I rubbed my one eye and then didn't have a contact in it anymore. Well, I've done this before, and it just, the contact rolls up inside your eye. It's no big deal. You just rub it a little bit and it comes popping back out, and okay, fine. Well, yeah, no, got out of the shower and looked all over the place inside my eyeball and couldn't find this stupid contact. But it kind of feels like there's something in my eye at that point, and I was like, so I got mostly ready to go, and I'm still looking in my eye and I'm still not finding anything. So I was like, well, so anyway, I got a new contact out and put it in, but my eye kind of feels like there's something in it. So maybe I have two contacts in my eye, maybe I don't really know. Could be just that my eye's really irritated at me. I don't know. So anyway, I have my glasses with me and my contact case with me in case I have issues and I can't stand having my contacts in anymore. So we'll see how that goes. And then on the way here, I was eating a Hannah Yam, which, again, they're not awesome. It's kind of one of those things I just need to eat it because we've got some leftovers, and, well, not leftovers, but I had some left in the closet and they needed to be cooked and stuff. So went ahead and made one, but I'd almost rather just eat a roasted potato, to be honest with you. It's really not exciting at all. And then there was construction on the way here. And then I got here, and I get here at a weird time. Like, nurses work 7 to 7, so most of the time, well, a lot of times there's people still leaving when I get here at 8 from having finished charting or whatever, but rarely is there anyone pulling into the parking lot with me, so wasn't paying a whole lot of attention. But there's a parking spot right here on the end, which I like parking in the spot where somebody can only park on one side of me, because then there's only potential for somebody to do damage to one side of my vehicle. I know it's kind of silly, but it's true. So yeah, so I was gonna pull in, and all of a sudden there's a car behind me, and I was like, "Nay, you're in my way. What are you doing?" And I mean, they came zipping around the corner really fast too, so it wasn't like they were just tootling along or anything. So I pulled over a tiny little bit, and I stuck my hand out the window. I was like, "Okay, go by me," and they're like just sitting there, and I was like, "Dude, I'm not moving, so you might as well move," because I'm not moving. So eventually she went around me, and she just went all the way through the parking lot. Like, she didn't even want to be in the parking lot. She didn't want to park. She just was driving through the parking lot. So anyways, so I backed into my spot, and here I am chatting with you. So I have soup, and I have mashed potatoes with smashed potatoes, the red baby potatoes with the onions and garlic, or onions and shallots in them. And then my husband put a little bit of the that new low sodium veggie bouillon on it, and then frozen peppers and onions. I'm guessing that's going to be very, very tasty. But I ate most of my Hannah sweet potato, most of my Hannah Yam on the way here, so I shouldn't be too terribly hungry. Like I said, I ate most of it. At least a good part of it. At least half of it. But, it's not really super awesome. So I'm just going to put it back in this little cute paper towel that I brought it in because I had to microwave it in something. And just get rid of the rest of it because I really don't like it. It's really not awesome. But I would like to say that I think I'm full enough that it's kind of one of those things, once you're full, if you're not enjoying what you're eating, you just stop, which is really healthy. So that's cool. That's actually really good. But I don't have anything else exciting to tell you. Did schoolwork with the boys this morning before I went to bed, and that worked out well. Got to read another random story. This one was actually kind of interesting. It was about the mushroom man, because the guy kind of was described to be probably having some kind of birth defects of some sort, but I'm not really 100% sure. But yeah, so looked kind of like a mushroom man, and he worked growing mushrooms, like harvesting mushrooms and stuff, and it was all about the fact that he was lonely, and he finally found somebody to be a friend. Like, he tried having a cat, and the cat eventually ran away, and he was very sad, and finally found a mole that became his friend. And of course the mole could talk. I don't know. Connor thought it was a great story, though. He was like, I really like the fact that he found somebody to be his friend. That's really awesome. I was like, I'm glad that you're an empathetic, sweet little boy. So, anyway, I gotta go into work. Be busy at work again. It was crazy busy last night. It was really, really busy. But let's go do it again. Yay. Alrighty, guys. I hope you're having a fabulous day, and I'll talk to you again later. Well, good morning, everybody. So, I am home, obviously, and had a really long night. It was extremely busy, and my eyes feel okay. I never found my extra contact in my eye, so apparently I must have lost it in the shower last night, so that's good news. Although, who knows, after I sleep tonight, maybe it'll pop out when I'm sleeping. I have had that happen before. I lost a contact in my eye and woke up the next day and my eye bothered me, so I rubbed it and it popped out. Doesn't happen very often, but I have had it happen before. I've been wearing contacts since I was 13, so I've been wearing contacts for a really long time, like 25 years. Anywho, so I had my soup last night and it was very good. And I had my potatoes with some peppers and onions on it, which was very difficult because the peppers and onions were still frozen, and so they were wet, and so I microwaved them, and then when they cooked, all the water didn't necessarily cook off of them, and so my potatoes were very goopy. The flavor was fine. The consistency was a little odd. Not bad, just odd. Yeah. So I had that, and obviously the Hannah Yam that I ate on my way to work, but that I was not impressed with. And I'm just not interested in potatoes this morning. So I was pouring my husband a glass of milk, and I had a drink of it. We use Kroger's organic light vanilla soy milk. It's gross. I had no idea. So I used to drink this stuff like 2-3 times a day, probably 2 times a day. Maybe once or twice a day, actually. I'm not a huge milk drinker. But anyways, so I used to drink on a pretty regular basis and thought it was just fine. No, it's not. It's like drinking paint or paste or something. It's super thick and ridiculously creamy and bleh. It was pretty gross. So I thought that was kind of interesting. But yeah, I had, those little containers that blackberries come in? I washed them and then I ate the top row off of them and put the second row that's in there back in the refrigerator for my 9-year-old for a snack today. They usually have a snack at like 10:30, 11 o'clock. Well, actually like 10 or 10:30. So he'll eat those later. But I'm just really tired and my throat hurts. I'm ready for bed. I don't think I slept quite enough yesterday. And it's just been a very difficult day all the way around. So I'm going to go to bed and get an attitude adjustment. And tomorrow's going to be a better day. Or tonight. Yeah, tonight. Tonight's going to be a better day. Because I said so. I don't suppose that works even if you're a mom. You can't just decree that something's going to be better, but that's what I'm going to do. So it was kind of funny. Connor just came downstairs and my 9-year-old, he's huffing and puffing and acting really irritated. And Anthony called him over to the table and looked at him. He said, Connor, I love you. He said, well, I love you too. And Anthony said, well, what's wrong? He said, well, you and Preston. And Anthony was like, what? What did I do? I wasn't even upstairs. And he said, well, you ruined half of my good mood this morning and Preston ruined the other half of my good mood. It was kind of funny. I was like, who knew the 9-year-old was turning into a drama queen? Who knew? But apparently Anthony had gotten after them this morning for not listening when he told them that it was time to stop reading and time to get dressed so that they could come downstairs and have cereal and breakfast. And then I guess Preston was being Preston. He's bossy brother, older brother, tells him what to do all the time, drives us insane. But anyways, yeah, so apparently Connor's in a mood. So I'm going to bed. Not very nice of me, is it? Leave my husband to deal with the moody child, but he's actually our easiest kid. He's super, super relaxed and super sweet almost always, so hopefully he doesn't turn out to be a difficult teenager. I don't think he will. But anyways, so I'm going to bed. That's the moral of that story. That's all I'm telling you. I'm going to bed. And I'll talk to you again tonight. Bye.